Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of the Wall Street Journal podcast. This is going to be a very interesting pod for many reasons. One being, we can't remember the last time we did a pod. But number two, all four of us are actually here. And Saad found us a new to record. And let's see how our producer handles this. He may go into a mini crisis after this episode, but we'll get through it. But no, what's up, guys? Nishad, what's up?
Hey man, it's nice. People will be able to see our faces. And for our loyal podcast listeners, while we have a second before we talk about it, we have our NBA bracket, playoff bracket ready to go. And
Ooh,
here's some swag that we're going to be representing this year. So sign
ooh.
up. If you don't have a link, message us. We'll send you the link, $5 buy-in, and some free swag. Thanks to Saad and his buddy for hooking us up.
Yo, shout out to Merch Prod. I gotta put that out there. That's a fire hoodie. That's draft one. So we're gonna do a free rollout, but we may get more furniture. Uh, uh, merchandise in the future.
People be
Um,
going to be expecting sofas in.
a Ball Street Journal sofa would be kind of fire. But no, we'll keep that in the bank. But nah, man, it's good to be back. I know we all been crazy busy. But now we're just in time for the playoffs, and I'm excited, man. This one's gonna be good.
Yeah, man. And this merch literally has come through the other side of the world, through dire times, and somehow made it to America.
Yo, facts.
No, but Sav, you finally got your dream of being on video finally to happen. So
Yo,
shout out Riverside.
Yes,
yo, shout
sir.
out Riverside, bro.
Ajay got a
Lots of
fresh
new
cut.
changes.
Ajay got a fresh cut for it too.
Yep, exactly. I was like, oh, we're gonna be on video. You want me to go to my barber?
Yo, you getting that windy treatment right now when he gets the makeup before studio, bro? Me and
And
Deshaun are out here looking crazy, bro.
yes, right.
Nah,
But
man,
man,
that's good.
well, what we thought we could hit up today was NBA regular season done. The long ass regular season is done. We got playing games tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then game one on Saturday. So we're here. It's kind of this like nice system where I guess it actually rewards teams who don't who are the top six, where they get this week off, which is kind of nice. It didn't used to be like this,
Yeah.
but with the playing system. But we thought we'll hit up some quick storylines, and I think we each got one for you. But why don't we start with you, Sad? What's like your storyline going into these playoffs?
Oof. So I hate to start off with something bleak, but it's teams that are kind of, they're at a crossroads, right? They're kind of at a make or break, and it's do or die this year, and I would put a few teams in that category. And we could talk about it a little bit. But for sure, number one is the Cavs, right? Led by Donovan Mitchell. He's never been to the conference finals. He's made the playoffs all 8 years of his career. Fantastic. But he's never gotten to that, the final stages. And so we really want to see where they go. I would say the Orlando Magic are also in that bucket this year. And maybe you could also throw in the Knicks. You know what I mean? Like the East is going to get way more competitive. You got the Pistons, Celtics will be full strength next year, if not this year already. Um, and Brunson, all these guys are a bit older, so like, what does that really mean? So to me, it's the story in the East with the teams that are kind of at that crossroads and really need to make something happen this playoffs.
Can we talk
No,
about how bad the Magic have been this season, like compared to expectations? It's kind of insane the dysfunction that this team has had. I mean, the last game of the regular season kind of just spells out their whole season, dude. Like, how do you go into that
that was
game?
such an embarrassing
Boston
loss. Yeah.
benching everybody, just horrible management. They put they played their starters, but they pulled Bane after like 6 minutes or whatever. And then they were planning on benching him because they thought it'd be a cruise to victory. And then the dude had to like freaking get on the bike and get ready to get back in the game in the fourth quarter. Like just complete and you know what? Like if you were gonna lose the game, you might as well just keep people out. Like you if you're gonna try to win the game, try to win the game, but don't like flip flop in the middle of the game. I just the Magic have in my opinion probably been the most disappointing team compared to their expectation and the talent that they have, and the fact that they made an all-in move. Like they clearly, as an organization, expected to be top four, maybe top three, especially when we didn't think Boston was going to be where they are and Detroit was going to be where they are. Like I can't think of a worse situation in terms of collection of players, management, and coaching not agreeing together for any team that's trying to be a contender. Obviously, the tanker is out of the way, but I mean, that's just so awful.
Too bad. I mean, I think that game yesterday spoke highly of the Celtics and that Joe Maz culture that Giannis like talked about recently in an interview, where just whoever it is, like it just you step up, next guy up, and they just churn out these wins. But also so embarrassing for the Magic. I mean, they got lucky that they still ended up as an 8 seed. I think there is that big difference between 8 versus 9 because you get two chances versus just one chance to make the final bracket. But yeah, I mean, I think you hit the nail on the shot. It's giving up 4 first round picks for Bane. So you're pretty much saying, oh, this is going to be our team. Like Bane, Suggs, not Suggs, Wagner, Bankero, that's three max guys. And then Suggs, who's also a high salary player. I mean, yeah, this team is going to get broken up because I just don't see. I think there's a chance they don't make it because I personally, I think Charlotte's going to beat Miami. And then because Charlotte is home. And then I think Charlotte's going to beat I think Philly's going to win that playing game, and then I think Charlotte will beat Orlando.
If Orlando can't beat Sixers without Embiid, fire everybody, bro. Like, what are we
I mean, I
talking
think the coach
about?
is gone. The coach is gone.
Mosley's definitely gone, bro.
Yeah, because Paolo and him don't get along, so we all know how that works. The star player, if he hates the coach goes first. I think they'll probably have to trade one of Wagner or Bankero. I think you can't just have those. I think those two just aren't a good fit. So that'll probably happen. Maybe one of them is the piece that goes to Milwaukee for a Giannis trade. I mean, that's all like down the line. Who knows? But man, that's. But I did want to hit on the Cavs side. I think you forgot to mention one guy when you said led by Mitchell. But what about Harden?
Oh my God, bro. Don't even bring that guy up to me right now. We're about to find out who he really is. Everyone, like, yo, when Harden got traded, it's like honeymoon Harden. It's like you have a great, like, regular season. It's right after the trade deadline. He comes in on Ozempic, dropping 15, 20 pounds. Like, you feel me? And then now it's the rebound effect, right? Now he's off the Ozempic. Now the playoffs are about to start. All that weight is about to come back. All those bad shots, no show games are about to show up. That's literally what you're about to see. And Evan Mobley, like, young guy, I'm sure he'll have chance to progress, but this guy can't shoot a jumper to save his life. So, you feel me? If they lose in the first round, who are they playing?
They're playing the Raptors.
The Raptors.
Bro, if you can't beat the Raptors in the first round, pack your bags, my friend. Pack your bags.
You know
Evan
what
Mobley, get Giannis in there. Come on, man. Bring LeBron back. Like, let's start fresh, bro.
You know what I think is kind of interesting about the Cavs? I hope that they have some success or whatever, but they kind of have loser mentality. 2 years in a row, they've kind of tried to finagle the standings to get the best, whatever, team opportunity. I mean, last year maybe not so much, but certainly this year, the way that they played Atlanta those last two games and they split and then they kind of benched everyone the last two games so that they can have the best chance of getting the Raptors. Uh, I found that to be kind of a soft move. And I don't know, I think there is something to a lot of teams and players talking about like the NBA gods. And I think if the organization really believed in themselves, they would just play whoever's ahead of them and not try to finagle the standings so that they're on the other side of Boston. Because that's like kind of the big thing is that they want to avoid Boston in round two so they can make it further. And I get it. Like ultimately, I think if the Cavs make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, that's a win for them. That's a successful season for them. But realistically, I think it's like a low, like if you want to win the championship, you got to beat the best teams. And trying to finagle at the very end who you're going to get, I think that's it speaks badly to the players. It speaks badly to the fans, in my opinion. And maybe that's what they needed to do, and maybe they'll make it to the Eastern Conference Finals and maybe the NBA Finals. But I thought it was a soft move, personally.
Yeah, you fill out your bracket and put the Cavs going to the Eastern Conference Finals. That's $5 down the drain.
But and then really quick, Son, who's it? You said the Magic, Cavs, and then who's the third team?
The
Oh, the Knicks.
Knicks,
I
yeah,
mean, Deshaun, we gotta get your thoughts on the Knicks before we move on.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of know. I mean, I agree with you. I think this is if the Knicks had any year, it was this year, and no one expected the Celtics to be this good or the Pistons to be this good. And I think it puts a little damper on Knicks' possibilities. I mean, Dolan's already said it's like a championship or bust year, and fuck that guy. But like, uh, but I agree. I
He
agree.
said that in November, bro. He didn't even.
Yeah, and that Juju, man. Like, I think Dolan is the curse that until he sells the team, the Knicks aren't going to get anything. But I think this is the year. If they don't get it this year, they go into the second apron probably next year to try to keep the core together. And I don't think they're going to win next year. I think, Todd, you already said it. Like, uh, Pistons are only going to get better. I think Boston's only going to get better with another year in their belt. And now that they're like not so far into the second apron or such a high payroll, they can probably keep some of these Baylor Shiremans and those guys around. I think Indiana is going to be back next year. They're going to get a top
Charlotte is
four.
coming, bro.
Charlotte's going to be there. Well,
Yo,
I think I think this is it. I think this is it. They got to do it. It's buck up or shut up or whatever the phrase goes. Like if they can't do this year, they're
put up or shut up.
yeah, that's the one.
Yo, facts.
No, but yeah. I mean, Atlanta's not no joke, but we'll see. We'll see. Well,
I was
I
a
mean, the
little
East,
disappointed. I was hoping that the Orlando Magic could like win against the
the what is it? The Maine Celtics or the Red
yeah
Claws?
The Providence Bulldogs or whatever they're called. But they
The
couldn't.
Maine Red Claws.
But they couldn't, and now because of that, we don't get to play the Raptors, who we beat 5 times this year. And it would have been cool to have like the former, NBA Knicks guys like Quickly and Barrett go against their
Mm.
former teams. That would have been a nice storyline, but alas, we have to play the Trey Young-less Atlanta Hawks.
Yo,
Yo,
but nah,
Yeah, that
nah
guy's
has been
nice.
so nice.
You guys
But
remember that meme where like you have that guy and he like puts on his glasses, and like before that you see Shea Gilgeous-Alexander's glasses, and it's actually
the
you
Spider
know
Man,
yo,
the Tobey Maguire one.
yeah, and it's freaking Nikhil Alexander-Walker. That dude plays like Shea whenever he plays the Knicks.
bro,
It's like,
the
yo, who's
Hawks
the
are
better
cooking,
cousin?
man. The Hawks are really
No,
cooking, bro. Without Trey Young, man, they have no
yeah,
ice
it's like, yo,
messing up their cook.
Quinn Snyder's like, yo, let me show you what I could do when I get to run the team the way I want.
Okay,
And
what was
and
your favorite formula in math? Addition by subtraction.
yo, shout out to Jonathan Kuminga on his revenge tour, bro.
I mean, hey, he has gotten farther than the Warriors, so
Eh,
he definitely won that. He's winning that divorce right now. Oh man, well that's the East. Deshaun, what do you got for us?
Yeah, so I think I started thinking about the storyline last year with how everyone said, OKC needs to go through their lumps to be able to become the champions, and then obviously they ended up going on and winning it all. And now we have two amazing young teams. On the East, we got the Pistons. In the West, we got the Spurs. And the question is, are those teams already here? Is the old, proverb that teams need to go through their lumps before they make it? These young guys need to lose in the playoffs before they can kind of get through that grind. Is that even a thing anymore, or have they already arrived?
Well, I think I read this one thing and it was like for the Spurs specifically, it's like yeah that rule of you have to take your lumps does apply, but the exception is when you have a 7'4" alien, then that all goes out the window.
Bro, and they're just so stacked, man. Like De'Aaron Fox is like third or fourth option, maybe. Like, you got Stephon Castle, who's literally like guarding everyone on the perimeter, holding things down, man. Like, bro, they're scary. They're scary for sure.
Todd, were you ever tempted to make a trip to San Antonio this season?
Yo, honestly, I have a couple of weeks off before I start my job. San Antonio is only like an hour and a half away, bro. I might
Oh,
go
that's
see this
it.
guy. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize San Antonio and Houston are that close. All right.
Yo, I might go, bro. If I mean, I'm also gonna be blessed with Houston Lakers first round series. KD, LeBron, maybe the last time we see them in the playoffs. Best believe I'm going to every game, bro. I'm going to game 3, 4, and 6 for sure. Book it.
Damn. But if KD puts on a show, there may be no game six with no Luca and low Reeves.
Yo, KD, the only show he's putting on is on Twitter, bro.
No, the group chats, the group
The group
chats.
chats, the group DMs on Twitter, bro.
Wait, so Sad, you're telling me that KD doesn't do Zero Dark 90?
Come on, son.
Get off my Dickersons.
But nah, man, I mean, yo, not even the Spurs, like, even with the Pistons, bro, this guy, Cade, gets a collapsed lung. He's out for like 11 games, 15 games, whatever it is. The Pistons are holding steady, man. Like, they got Jalen Thurin, who's doing crazy work. Beef Stew, we already know. Tobias Harris is even getting shout out on podcasts today. Like,
Over me?
but nah, man, like they got a full squad, bro. Like they're gonna
No,
be
Pistons
dangerous.
are a squad. Yeah. They I think that Cade injury might be a blessing in disguise for them because it just allowed all the like role players to step up. And then they found that guy Dennis Jenkins or whatever. That dude was like running the team like it's like, wait, we're not even missing Cade. No.
Bro, Dennis Jenkins may be elite ball knowledge, as they say nowadays.
Yes, sir.
Anyways, go
no.
ahead.
Pistons. I mean, who else you said? You said Nishan? The Spurs, and then
I think
I
those
guess
are,
those are far.
yeah, I would put the Hornets as like the up and comers, but I don't think they're quite there yet, being a ninth seed. Um, in the West, I feel like most of the top teams are kind of all like on the older side. But I would say those two teams, like if they can make it, like if we saw Spurs Pistons finals, I don't think it's likely personally, but that'd be kind of crazy. I mean, OKC's still on the younger end, but now they've kind of been through it because they already have a championship.
No, but I do. I think one thing I do see with the Spurs, like I mean, we saw it with OKC, right? Like their first playoff run was 2024, actually, and they were probably the better team than the Mavericks. But when the game got close, Luca and Kyrie just they knew how to close games out, and the Thunder just didn't have that experience. But then last year, we saw like those close. There were some close games. They were down 2-1 to Denver, and they won that game four on the road. That was a huge one. They were down 2-1 to the Pacers. That game four win on the road. Like it almost seemed like they needed to go through their lumps in 2024 to win those games in 2025. And I think that's what's going to happen to the Spurs. Like if they play Denver in the second round, like when it's going to look good. But then we even saw like, I think was it last weekend that it was almost the game of the year. Spurs Nuggets that last Saturday.
Oh my gosh, bro! And you
And
see
we
Jokic
saw
after
it.
Jokic,
Jokic after the game was like, "Oh yeah, you don't need to really do anything with Wemby. You just gotta throw it up higher." Like, bro, thanks, Jokic.
Exactly. And I think that's gonna where it's gonna the Spurs they're gonna get there, but I think you have when them Nuggets second round, that huge game on the road in Denver, like they may be down like 10 heading into the fourth quarter. That's the type of scenario they just haven't been in. I mean, I think
yeah,
Wemby's minutes are so low this year because they just like blow the shit out of teams.
yeah, but that's what I'm thinking is like, what if, instead of playing like the 28 to 30 minutes, like when he plays 36 minutes, think about the numbers that he has. His per 36 numbers are kind of insane. And like, you get 6 more minutes of Wemby, and you're gonna feel that, like as an offensive player playing against the Spurs defense, like you're gonna feel that difference. So,
Oh yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
Guarding the 3-point line and the paint at the same
At the
time.
same time is nuts, bro.
Which is why I mean everyone who's is saying it, I think the one thing that I heard from all these media guys is like watching Wemby in person is like nothing else. Like I think the TV doesn't do it justice. So if you go to San Antonio, you gotta let us know.
I might do it, bro. I might do it.
But no, and then I think mine was gonna be more of like kind of like a historical thing with Jokic. Because I was looking up and I have it here, like the list of players who have won at least three NBA regular season MVPs. So that list is Kareem, Jordan, Bill Russell, LeBron James, Wilt Chamberlain, Bird, Magic Johnson, Moses Malone, and then Jokic. So that's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 9 players. Like it's a very elite, exclusive group. But if you go through that list, there's only one player on that list who's only won one title other than Jokic, and that's Moses Malone. And I think that's one thing I didn't even realize. Like, I guess I didn't know too much about Moses Malone, the fact that he's won 3 MVPs, but everyone else, like Kareem's what, won six, Michael Jordan won six, I think Bill Russell, 11, LeBron with five, or four rather. Will Chamberlain's got two, Bird three, Magic five. It's almost like wondering, but it is kind of getting close for Jokic. I mean, he's in his 30s now. We saw him have his like first real injury this year, and when he came back, he didn't look the same. I think towards the end of the season, I think he was back to himself. But there was that stretch when he first came back, and the Nuggets maybe have done a little bit of a bad job of building the team the last 2 years. I think this year they have a great team. The problem is, is he going to be able to beat this Thunder team that's just so loaded and so stacked? And then Wemby is coming now. Like the Spurs are here. Like we thought they would take another 2, 3 years to get this good, but they're here now. And so it's almost, I'm wondering, Jokic is like the type of player that you just assume would get at least 2 titles, but I wonder if it's going to happen because the West is so good.
The only way it happens is if Jokic goes to LA. It's not gonna happen in Denver, man. Like you just said it, the West is so stacked now, and this guy already is like an all-time player. Like I know Bill Simmons talked about, he was doing his MVP ballot or whatever, talking through it, and like his exercise really resonated with me. He was describing like what would happen if you took the MVPs off their team, right? What happens if you replaced SGA with like Nikhil Alexander Walker, for example?
Yeah,
Right? Like,
yeah.
how many games is OKC? What's the differential there? What's the differential if you took away Wemby from the Spurs? Mind you, his minutes aren't that great, but whatever. Just do that same exercise. Bro, if you took Jokic away from the Nuggets for a full season, that team is garbage.
Well, see, we used to say that, but then when he was out for those 8, 9 games, they actually
They
had a
they, they did kind of hold it up.
respectable.
Yeah.
They had a
Bro, that's
respectable
eight,
record.
9 games. Who did they play?
Fair
They
enough.
they did have an easy schedule in that
Fair
stretch,
enough.
but I think previous year's teams, I think but I think what we saw this year was Jamal probably had his best regular season ever.
Oh, Jamal Murray has been cooking. Let me give respect to Jamal Murray. He's been cooking.
Yeah,
He's been cooking
I think
for
Jamal
sure.
finally came into the season in shape. Like he had his best regular season, and he really did carry them this year.
I mean, I think maybe controversial, but I don't think the difference between the Thunder and the Nuggets is as big as people think. Like, yeah, the Thunder won it last year, but it was like, didn't they go like 7 games against the Nuggets, and like it was pretty close, and yeah, the Thunder kind of steamrolled everyone
and,
this
and
regular
and
season.
seven against the Pacers.
Yeah, they
And if
steamrolled
who knows if
everyone.
Halliburton didn't get hurt game seven.
Exactly. So I don't know if the difference in the playoffs is as big as we think. And I think that's when like the big players, like guys like Jokic, can really elevate and make their teams better. And honestly, even Murray, like I feel like Jamal Murray is not historically a regular season guy. If he had this good of a regular season, I want to kind of see what his like playoff, assassin Murray kind of mentality is going to be like. So I wouldn't put it past, Jokic getting a second one even this year, man. I wouldn't put it past
Ooh,
him.
this year.
And like
Spicy.
Wemby, like I get it, he had a nice healthy season this year, but I want to see this guy make it to through 2, 3, 4 seasons of health. And he played like I think 66 or 67 games this year while they managed his managed his
Hey, yo.
games while while they managed his games where he
That's
played 20 minutes in a
crazy.
bunch while he played 20 minutes.
Yo, that's crazy, bro.
I mean, they did. Yeah, ESPN definitely does.
Nah, bro. Nobody managing my load.
But you know who is? Windy and Wemby.
Wendy, Wendy, dude. Um, yeah, but I agree with you, and kind of expanding out besides just Jokic. Well, it's not really a playoff thing, but like Giannis is another guy where he hasn't won 3 MVPs, but he's won two
But two,
MVPs.
yeah.
He's been a
Yeah.
perennial all-star, perennial top three guy for like a good part of the last decade. And same thing, like his team is even worse, right? They didn't make the playoffs. Doc already got fired. Who saw? Did I not call it when Doc was first hired? The guy's garbage. He's a leech, and he shouldn't be in the NBA. And
Doc.
he ruined who used to be a nice guy, Giannis, into now like who's kind of the enemy of the NBA right now with how he's
Yo,
acting.
Giannis is pulling some wild stuff.
Yo, the
Yeah.
Cowshy shit is crazy, bro. I don't
And
know.
to come out with that the day after the trade deadline.
Is bananas. I don't know how Silver is letting that fly. I mean, Silver has bigger fish to fry, right? Like this taking issue, which he's not addressed at all.
Well,
And yo, NBA Europe.
you guys heard how Jokic has something in his shoe deal contract where he's got to play like I mean, sorry, Giannis has
Oh,
something like
Giannis. Yeah,
he has to
yeah,
play
yeah.
like 50 or 55 games or something like that, and people
Because I
think
was
the
wondering
reason why
why
he
he
wanted to come
wanted to
back.
come back. Exactly. I was like, why does this guy want to play so bad? Their season is over. The smart thing for him is to protect his health. Like you don't want to blow an Achilles or something.
But
And
one
then it
thing we
turns
know
out, like,
about
yes,
Giannis is he wants every, he grew up the way he grew up, and he wants like every dollar he's going to get in his contract. It is kind of interesting that shoe deals or shoe contracts can have a games play. Like, what does that have anything to do with their incentives?
I think it's just for the shoe company to be like, yo, if we're paying you this much money to wear our shoes, like we at least want you to like be out there wearing them for like
I
not for
mean,
like just 10
But
games
honestly,
or
like
I
something.
Giannis sat out the whole season. I don't think his shoes would sell any less than if he was as good as
Yeah.
he normally
No,
is.
no.
I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly.
I get it from Nike's perspective. They just dropped like the Jaws, and they're crazy fire. The new Jaws are like so nice,
Like, are they
and
finding
this
Really?
the
All
guy
West
right.
good?
they look like Kobe's, but like they have like interesting design concepts and stuff. Like it's they're really good.
Are
But
you
this
saying
guy
that?
doesn't play.
But I think
So
Ja is different, yeah, right? Like I think Ja is different. Like Ja was an up and comer. By now, people thought he was going to be like the face of the league. That was the bet that Nike made. But like Giannis is already that. Like Giannis playing 50 games versus playing 70 games. Like I think Giannis is a household name, and so it's kind of insane. I mean, I don't kind of blame him for wanting to get his money because, NBA
get your
athletes,
bread.
yeah, but it made the situation even more insane. I honestly think he should just come out and said it. If he said it, people would be like, all right, we get it. Like, you want to play because you want to get your money, and like, you got to respect that. But
He
the
has to feed
point,
his family, bro.
yeah, yeah, the caviar ain't cheap, bro.
Yo, those Greece flights.
Greek flights.
So
The
he's
Jew
definitely
would
not
say.
heading to the west based on what we know, right?
No, no. I think it's East. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Orlando, maybe. I think it's gonna be like Orlando or Miami,
Nah, dude,
because Miami, like Riley's gonna shoot his shot. Because especially if Miami loses to Charlotte and doesn't even make it out of this 9-10 game.
Nah, dude, how do we know that Silver, being the boneless Voldemort that he is, isn't gonna make like a, NBA Europe, Athens team, and now all of a sudden Giannis is like the expansion player going to the Athens
Oh
team?
yeah. Can we bet on that on Kalshi?
Probably.
Jeez, bro.
Oh man. Well, I think it sounds like it's going to be an exciting playoffs. We got our bracket going. I mean, we set it up today, got the links going. So whoever's watching this pod, get the link, sign up. If you haven't, reach out to us. But man, I can't wait. It's starting tomorrow. I think it's gonna. Can you believe the 9-10 game in the West is like Clippers Warriors, like
That's
Steph
wild.
Kawhi? That's your 9-10 game. Ooh,
It's gonna be an entertaining one for sure, man. And just to start off with a matchup like that, shout out to 2018 Kawhi redemption. Hopefully,
yeah, it's so much more exciting than the 7-8 game because it's Suns and Blazers.
let's watch that, bro.
But no, I think before we sign off, we need the producer to comment on one thing. Did you see Wemby doing the math live? Did you see the mental math he was doing?
Oh,
Oh
calculating
man,
how many games he needs.
yeah, with the minutes, you see that when he's at the press conference, bro. And then you saw what Chuck said yesterday.
What do you
What do you
say?
He's like,
say?
yo, we gotta send all our athletes to France because we got some dumbasses over here.
I have to go to school in France.
I mean, I mean, Chuck is probably, like I wouldn't say Chuck can do mental math like that.
No, he did say like, no. He's like, what about? He's like, Chuck's like, I'm okay. Like, I already made it.
I would pay
Mm.
$1 million to watch Scotty Barnes read a page of any book, elementary, like any
Even the
book.
50 Cent.
Chuck. But no, I think we'll wrap this one up before producer kills us. So,
For real.
Well, hopefully this app saves all this audio and we gotta redo this shit.
all right, guys.
Yeah,
Well, this
about
was
that.
fun.
I'm gonna need you to
Simpsons
come in
meme.
over the weekend. Yeah. Anyways.
This was fun, guys. Till our next spot. Signing
Sure.
off. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.